get started in a little bit, guys. Make sure everything's good. You guys are good? Sunday. All right. Did I see France right now? What's happening in France? I'll Google it for you. Let's find out what's happening in good old France. Are they protesting the passports? Let's find out. All right. I don't know. France bans unvaccinated. I don't know. All right, let's go to some disagreements. I got. Also, I want to.
Oh, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, wow, this is crazy. Wow, it's so cool to meet you, like, for real.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk about accountability.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like with taking accountability, people tend to be like a lot more hard on themselves?
It could happen, sure.
Cause I don't know. I mean, me personally, I've like through like watching our videos, I was like trying to like I was like putting myself in more situations where to take accountability for the actions that I do, but I like found out that I'm like a lot more like I tend to like be a lot more harder on myself. Like I tend to like see if I take accountability in situations I don't need to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, everybody cutting my ass in the comments. My bad.
No, it's okay.
But yeah. But I guess like how should like one cope with that? I don't know.
I mean, it's going to be a lifelong process. You're gonna be adjusting all the time and figuring things out. But as far as taking accountability when you're not supposed to, well, accountability doesn't mean taking on everything that's wrong with the world. It means being accountable for the things that you encourage and the things that you can control, right? So understand that you're going to learn that over time. It takes time to develop that kind of judgment. So be patient with yourself. All right?
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's great to
No
meet
problem.
you.
Yes, sir. Best luck to you. All right. YouTube copyright complaint submission. Let's go. I always love receiving those. Is it people stealing my content, or have I stolen someone else's? Yes.
Hey, Abba.
Hi.
I have a topic because me and my boyfriend watch you all the time. I just woke up. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So, we've talked about how, okay, I have trouble with having kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, yeah, I want to marry you. I don't care for marriage, but I want to marry you. But you would have to, like, what would you bring to the table? And so since let's say we don't have kids, he said he would want me to be more submissive.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
So basically that's the only way he would marry me is either I would be submissive or have his children. Because practically, not being able to bring something to the table, I guess you could say.
Uh-huh.
So just your opinion on how, a man not marrying you just because you really can't have kids. So he says, well, our love should be strong enough since you wouldn't be able to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wouldn't marry you. Or that's why I would not marry you because, what am I trying to say? I guess I'm just shaking because you actually answered my call.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
You guys both watch this?
We do. We watch you all the time.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one chance. Are you sure you want me to answer?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this is is so awkward. I don't know. That sounds fucking ridiculous. What you want me to say? That sounds crazy. I never heard. I need you. I want you to be more. I don't know. I don't even know how people broach that subject. And if you can't have kids, you can't have kids. I mean, if you want to adopt, like.
That's what I said. I said, well, either way, since we both want kids, how about we just come to the agreement that either way we're going to have kids? Because there's a lot of other options. Because I can only have kids through IVF. So I said, there's other options, there's other ways. So basically now it became a discussion of, well, I said, what if I couldn't have kids? Would you still marry me? Well, no. Well, kind of no, because a man, he said, is the main part of a man is to build a legacy. So if he really can't build a legacy.
If he wants kids and you can't give him kids, then keep it pushing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, if a girl wants me to be a Muslim and I don't want to be a Muslim, I'm not going to get with that person. So keep it pushing. And I don't know why this man, if he's so serious about having a legacy, would want to be married to you if you can't have kids. So I don't know. It just looks like very awkward to listen to. Yeah. And as far as the whole submissive thing goes, you are who you are. At the end of the day, as far as you changing and being more submissive, I don't even know what that looks like. Maybe. I don't know. What does you want you on a dog leash? Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for you to change because I don't know you. So, but I would recommend you have a conversation with him to find out what are the deal breakers and where you guys want to go. But definitely don't. They definitely don't come to me.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you, Alva.
All right. Best of luck to you.
Bye.
Good Lord. Y'all need Jesus. Wow, that was intense. I don't know. There's just certain conversations like I don't think I should be hearing this. This is weird. Some of y'all be trying to mold your partners into the perfect boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wives. It's weird sometimes. It's there. I don't believe in Jesus, so I don't need nothing.
What's poppin', my G? How you feeling, man?
All right, yes, sir. So what's your disagreement, sir?
Marriage, man. I don't think that shit is right as far as like the new age. You know what I mean? Like
it's just not for you, bro. Or are you?
Is it just not for me?
Men? Yeah, it's not.
I think for all men. I think
Why
for all men.
Why for all men?
I think especially in America, in North America, like the whole religion thing is pretty much out of the picture. Yeah, man. I just don't think I don't think men should focus on marriage. I think you can convince a woman to love you and be with you and have children and build generations.
You didn't make the case. You just said something about religion. Marriage is not about religion.
Okay, that's where I'm not educated on because I'm not religious at all.
Okay, but you're making the case that men shouldn't be into marriage, and then you're saying because of the religious aspect. So if you don't know the religious connotation to it, then that's kind of moot. So what's another reason why men shouldn't get married?
It has no benefit for us in the long run. You know what I mean? Like you marry a woman to, make the woman happy. You know what I mean? You could have kids, you could build a life with each other without that.
Right. But you understand, marriage is not about you or her. You know that, right? Marriage is about families coming together. You understand that? It's about names coming together. It's about legacy for your children. It's about having the structure in place so that you guys know who things are being passed down to. It's not about you specifically or her specifically, right? You're still thinking about the individual. Marriage is about union between individuals, yes, but also between families. Now, if you don't view it that way or if you don't care for that, then just don't do it. But
Hmm.
Just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not for men. If you want to make the case that marriage disadvantages men a lot of times, sure, you could definitely make that case. But just because it disadvantages men doesn't mean that men don't want to be into it.
Okay, question. Can you merge families by just having children together, or do you need marriage to do that?
Depends on your family. Depends who you are. Me personally,
Mm,
I would need marriage.
okay, okay. Are you?
So to
I
each
ha-
their own. To each their own. To each their own. But at the end
I
of the day,
guess
if it's not for you, it's just not for you. I don't know why dudes do this all the time, where it's like it's not for me and men shouldn't do it. It's like no, you just say you don't want to do it.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That could be applied to a lot of different things. Um, I guess in
Yeah.
terms of relationship and all that. Well, peace to you, brother. Thanks for having me on. I'll
No
fuck
worries,
with
brother.
y'all.
All right, cheers.
Salute.
Yeah, no. It's like, yo, oh my god, I don't know why. I think I'd be having allergies, bro. Every time I have allergies, I rub my eyes and then my eyes look red, and then everyone thinks I'm high. I'm just like, oh, bro. All right, my arch nemesis. All right.
Oh shit!
Yes, you want to call in, sir?
I didn't know I was about to be on that quick, but my question was, what do you think makes a man high value or a female in general? What do you think makes a person high valued?
What society deems as highly desirable in a mate?
Because I've been seeing on the internet recently that it's more known that somebody's high value depending on like how much income they have, how
Yeah,
much their time is valued and stuff like that. But I
exactly.
feel like that's only in the monetary means of high valued people. And I was wondering where you would come from. Like, let's take monetary gain completely out the situation. What do
You
you
can't
think
though.
makes
You
a
can't.
man high valued other than that?
You can't take money out of the equation because our society is a capitalistic one. You know, you think about what you pass down to your children aside from values and morals. One of the biggest things is finances. It's one of the biggest privileges in life, and it's one of the biggest factors in life. So you can't take money out of the equation. Money's always part of it.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way. So if a man makes an average income, he's not high valued. He's average valued because of his income.
Within societal norms, yes, that's exactly it. If you live in a
So
capitalistic society, that's how it works.
okay, so by societal norms, you're saying basically if a man is high valued and he makes a lot of money, by society wise, he's high valued because of that. But we're going
It's
on
not just that, but it's
what
one of the
basis?
big
Like
factors. It's one of the big factors, yes.
one of the big factors. Okay, so what are other factors that goes into this?
Your name, essentially, basically, what kind of reputation you have, your influence and power. So maybe you're not someone who has a lot of money, but you're someone who can exert a lot of power and influence.
Okay.
Your looks can play into it, albeit on a smaller level for men. Yeah, I mean, there's a variety of.
So, because my question was basically, what if there was a man, let's say he doesn't make a lot of money, but he owns his own land, he has his own property, he's living off his
That's
own
money.
land.
That's
You said
money.
what?
That's money.
Yeah,
Land
it could be money.
and property are money. It's a synonymous.
So you're saying property equates to money. Okay, let's say this man's in a van. He travels. He's very knowledgeable. He knows a lot of things. He reads a lot of books, but he doesn't necessarily go through societal norms. So you're saying the only way you can be a high valued man is if you follow society norms?
Exactly.
Or
Yeah.
so regardless of what you are, would you like, let me think, for example, would you say, what is his name, Forrest Gump, would Forrest Gump be the classified as high value? Why you got like you're annoyed? I'm just asking a question. But would you say Forrest Gump would be dictated as a high valued man or not? Because he didn't make a lot of money, but if you look into the movie or the book, he did a lot of things. He knows a lot of things. Even with his differences, he was still able to do and put forth a lot into the world. So that's the reason I was questioned on what is high valued man and what's not, because I think well, my own personal beliefs is that you're a high value man depending on how much you can
Okay,
put
all right,
forward
all
for
right,
you.
all right. Listen, again, me personally, I don't really care what individuals think about what high value is. It's just about how society defines it. So if you as an individual define it as something else, then cool. I'm not mad at that. And, that's awesome. But the societal standards are still there. So that's all that matters. This is not about my opinion or your opinion.
Okay.
So that's it.
Well,
It's like
that's my question.
what does society deem as an attractive woman? We know what it is. So then that's a standard that's set. You can
See,
feel something differently.
But okay, all right. What makes a woman high value then? Because my question is, if we're going,
Oh man,
you said that
I
there's
already took
multiple
on the high value
factors.
man, so I'm not going to go on to high value.
Okay,
But
but
personally, bro,
let me
but
say
hold
this
up.
real
And I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say this as a closing note. I really don't care that much about this whole high value discussion. I just kind of entertained it for a little bit just to answer your questions. But yeah, like I said, these are things that are defined in society. So understand our personal
You
subjective
seem like you were
opinion
done
doesn't
with the
matter.
conversation before it started.
Yeah, I really don't care what a high value man is. Every day people come and call in high value man. They try to like warp the definition so that they can fit into it. It's like, bro, you're not rich enough. Just keep it pushing. Doesn't mean you can't be a great husband. Doesn't mean you can't find a great woman. Doesn't mean people won't be attracted to you. But within the greater societal context, you just don't fit that definition. Keep it pushing. I don't know why people are so obsessed with it. People really care about this high value stuff. Like, really care. Really care. And I know you guys don't get why I'm annoyed. I just get it all the time. So I'm just like, meh, who cares? Just keep it pushing. Go be a decent person. Get yourself a partner. Oh my God, this eye is crazy, bro. All right, I'll go to the next person. All right.
Hello.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Hi. About the high value, I think it's because it devalues people's perception of themselves. That's why people get
Yeah.
obsessed with it. But that's not my disagreement. My disagreement is about your idea that men don't share food. I think it's cultural.
Yeah, probably.
I come from Spain. I lived in China as well. Everyone shares.
Yeah, but those guys are beta.
The people that share,
Yeah. Sharing food is beta. Beta. It's a very like submissive thing. And if you're an alpha man, you don't share food. You tell
So you're
people to order their own food.
Europe is better,
Beta.
you think? Or Europe?
Hey, beta. Not all of Europe shares. I know. I go to France. In France, they don't share. In France, everyone gets their own baguette.
No, people share.
No. They eat at the same table and they pass plates around, but they don't eat out of each other's food plates.
No. I'm saying sharing, not like that's rude. Like going into somebody else's plate is very rude. I'm saying like the whole idea of your sharing, like in Spain with tapas.
How do you share? Tell me how you share. What do you mean by that?
You
Give me an
get
example of
together
you
with.
sharing food.
There's two ways to do it. If you're two people, you can just have two dishes and then you pass them around. And if you're with a group of people, there's a bunch of dishes, and then people take from the center dishes.
Yeah, but that's because you eat paella. So if you eat that, of course you're going to say that because everyone's eating from the same plate. So that's different, right? I'm talking about when I order pasta bolognese and then you order, I don't know, soup joumou, okay? So you get your little soup, okay? I'm not going to take my pasta plate and then shift it around to you, and then I have your soup, and then we take turns shifting it around. That's not the way it works. Does that make sense?
Well,
if I'm eating paella, I understand. I agree with you. You know, we all eat from the same plate because that's how it's eaten. But otherwise, no, I don't agree.
okay.
What do you think? Go ahead.
I think that it depends. Like the soup thing, I understand that's the thing. If you are serving it in the more of the Northern American way, I also lived in the U.S. for many years, so I know how it's done there. It's rare, you know, like you're not gonna like eat your soup and then pass it to someone else. That's very weird because, you know, you've been basically putting all your saliva into the soup. But in many places in Europe, if you go to like a family style place, they will leave you the pot and you serve yourself in the pot, and that's also a possibility. So that's why I think
but that's not what we mean when we say sharing. I think that's different. That's not what we mean when we sharing. I'm talking about I go to a restaurant and I get like a burger, and then you order like lasagna, and we're not just passing that around. You ordered your lasagna, I ordered my burger, eat your plate, I eat mine, and everything is okay. But what you're talking about,
you can do that as well. I think, I don't know, at least with most of my guy friends, I do that, but at least back home in Spain, we share everything.
Yeah.
I don't think better. There are a lot of my friends of my guy friends, they own their own businesses and they're well off. So, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the foods you guys eat are meant to be shared, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, for sure. That's why it's cultural. Most Asia, Europe, also a lot of parts in America. It's like it's different.
Everyone eats together. I agree. Yeah, that's fine. That's not beta, so that's fine. You know what is beta though? Me crying. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Don't cry, please.
All right. Thank you. Cheers. Yeah, my eyes toast, bro. People are like, yo, Abba, stop touching it. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. All right? I didn't ask for your sympathy. Hard body. Probably these fucking lights. No, that's already better. Get all these allergies. Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, snap.
Yes,
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Long time viewer, never spoken. I just had a thought listening to you talk to people, and I wanted to ask you. One of the times you mentioned, you know, not really jumping into situations where somebody's in trouble or doing anything like that because of the threat of, you know, potential violence. I wonder, do you think the violence is due to the gun or just the inherent, like, interaction of violence?
Hold up, I don't understand. Can you explain?
So, like, an example, like, a lot of the times you don't know if the guy's carrying a gun, right?
Sure.
And then would, you know, just turn around and just start shooting, and then boom, that's the end of the situation. But hypothetically, if we remove guns from it, there's also other threats. Like in Newark, for example, if you ever got into a situation, the person would go get his whole group of like friends and cousins or whatever, and find you the next day and lay you out by yourself. So, like, there's going to be repercussions, but I wonder if guns or maybe like weapons have more to do with the like inherent hesitation in jumping in for fear of your life, or is it just the act of violence in general? Did I make it clear?
I think. Are you driving?
Yeah, you can't. Well, I'm not driving. My wife is driving, but you can't hear me.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. So yeah, you're saying guns don't make the situation violent?
No. I'm saying, do you think it has more to do with guns or just the in fact that the entire thing is violent? Like, if you remove guns from situations, would it be easier to jump in, or do you think you'll still get the same outcomes? Because to me, a lot of the times it is the guns, really. Like anything from something small to a whole, but I think it's a lot more to do with sometimes the vendetta.
I think guns just change the outcome. I think people are violent, period. I think actually guns are generally a deterrent because people understand that the end result is generally fatal. So I don't think guns make things more dangerous. I think people are violent by nature. They would fight it out if they didn't use guns. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, good point. That was all.
You're good. Best luck to you. Cheers. Yeah. See, I rubbed it out so much. It's getting better already. Hopefully now I have pink eye. All right. This has been an interesting live. You know what? Let me just do something since y'all been failing me all day today. So today I put out that Brittany Renner video, right? And there was a couple people crying about how they felt it was not right. What? Hold on, let me check something, guys. All right, little. Let me check something real quick. All right. All right. So the Brittany Renner stuff. All right. All right. She essentially fleeced this young man is what people were claiming. They felt like the way that she went about it, and the question became: is he a victim? Right? Is he a victim? And here's my thoughts. I generally am not in favor of using words like grooming because it's literally not the definition of the word, right? Grooming involves one, underage people, but two, more clearly, it's generally a term accredited to pedophiles involving prepubescent children, right? They're in a position of authority. They groom these kids for an extended period of time before, using their position to do that. When people just use these words willy-nilly, I always get confused because I'm like, do you not know that words have meanings? You may not like what she does. Do you have to call her a pedophile? Because it's not what she is. This man's like, 20 now? When they met, he was 18? Legal, right? At some point, you guys have to choose whether or not these people are adults or they're not. And if you want to keep treating them like they're not adults, then we have to have a different conversation. And we need to strip them of all of their rights as adults. You guys can't have it both ways. Okay? I don't know how many times I have to say this. All right? Can't have it both ways. All right? Either you're adults or you're not. And if you're not adults, then that's it. People want to talk about, I want a job, but you don't want to pay taxes. Sorry, that's the way it works. All right, if you're 18 and you get a job, pay your taxes. You don't, the government sends you to jail. Oh, you're not going to say they're not adults then, are you? Y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all want it both ways. You guys want to be able to live your best lives and do adult things, and then once you've given responsibilities, you want to cry about it. You're not going to get no sympathy from me. Yes, ma'am. Hello. All right. But anyways, let him hold the L. It's an unfortunate situation. He got with a succubus. Couldn't resist. That's his problem. You're not gonna get no sympathy from me. She got fucking receipts all over the internet. And then you guys want me to feel terrible. I was like, yeah. I like that. Someone came in, they're like, is this like vaccines? Really? You guys want to make everything analogous? Good luck making that case. Every time I mention this, is this like vaccines? Yeah, okay. Yes, because 100 years of history, governmental messaging, all this other stuff, you guys think this is like vaccines, really? Is this like vaccines? All right, let's go to the next person. I love fall, bro. I love it when my eyes get all watery and shit. You guys get to see my sensitive side. Hello.
Me and my mom watch you all the time.
All right, that's weird, but I appreciate that.
I guess a big thing that I always have questions about is, in my personal experience, like, I've dated both women and men, and I've never experienced an abusive male, but they're always stereotyped as more abusive. But I've dealt with many abusive women, and it's okay. Like, you talk about it with other people, and it's like, it's okay. It's not thought about. It's, like, seen as playful instead of...
How did she abuse you?
2 examples. One of them hit me in the face quite often and played it as a joke.
What you mean? How did she hit you in the face?
We'd
she
be like
full
sitting...
on slapped you, or she just gave you a little bit of a love tap, is what they like to call it?
Full on slapped a good 5 times, and then other times it was like a little tap.
Okay.
So, and the other one, it was more of mentally, like, bad. Like, gaslighting, let me make you think you're stupid and you know nothing about yourself type situation.
Word.
Because we've known each other for a few years at the time.
Mm.
And it was like, you know, it was bad. And then she dated my brother, which was horrible.
She dated your brother?
Yeah. She went after my brother, like, literally 2 weeks after I cut ties with her. My brother's like, hey, I got something to tell you. And I was like, okay. He's like, I'm dating someone. I was like, okay. And he's like, you know them. I was like, naming these people. And he's like, no, Kaylin. And I'm like, plus I share the same name with this person, which makes it even worse.
Your name's also Kaylin?
Yeah.
Yeah, your first mistake
So
was dating
hold on.
somebody with the same name.
Yeah. It was a interesting situation.
Yeah, if I met like, you know what I mean, if I met the baddest girl in the land, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
let's say if it was like a 20-year-old Beyonce, she was coming up to me, but her name was Abba, I'd be like, deuces. That's too there's too many jokes to be made, there's too much awkwardness. If she yelling my name, but she's actually just yelling her name, it's just kind of awkward, you know what I'm saying?
We talked about
and if I'm in bed with her and I'm like, you like that, Abba? And I'm like, actually I do. But you know what I mean? That's just weird. Like, how y'all have conversations?
It was strange. Like, I was like asking him, like, how do you talk to her without thinking of me, because we have the same name? And I'm like,
that's incestuous. How small of a town do you live in?
Not small. I kind of live in, I mean, it's a big town, large population.
How much is large?
Not in the suburbs.
How much is large?
Huh?
How large of a population?
Definitely in the few 100,000.
That's small. That's small. That's what happens when you live in like small cities like that, right? What ends up happening is you start fucking the same people. So you know what? Before I was mad at your brother. Now I understand, because it's like, man, there's only like 20 women to choose from. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's definitely, like, my brother's also 3 years older than me. So it was like, because I live in...
Yeah, but
I
guess what I'm trying to say is, like, what he's doing is not abnormal. It's tradition.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, if you live in a small town, everybody dates their sister's exes and stuff like. It's like it's what happens.
Okay, I see. Yeah, no, that was an interesting situation.
It's kind of weird though that y'all had the same name. I never heard of that one. So that one I'll give you credit on.
The same way too.
What?
It wasn't even like pronounced the same way. It was spelled the exact same way, and my name's spelled a little differently than average, because it's usually spelled like an I.
Yeah.
But
that's because your parents and her parents got together to choose names. You know what I mean? Because when you live in a small town, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah.
I sympathize with you, but I get what you're saying. Like, that's some real shit. So hopefully your future exes don't date your brother. So I hope everything goes well from here on out.
I'm good.
All right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, and I appreciate you. Cheers. Trust me, man. I used to live in small towns. Everybody done fucked everybody. So how they do it. You want to talk about it takes a village to raise a child. Sometimes the village be making the whole child. What's mine is yours. What's yours is mine. What's yours is ours. That's how it be sometimes. All right, let's get someone else in here. Calm down, lady. All right, let's get somebody else in here. I think this guy's running for mayor. Someone said 100K is a lot of people. Sure. If you're used to living in fucking rural
Hey,
town.
man.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Fantastic. You always cooking when you call?
Bro, actually, I'm about to make some coffee, but
okay. Every time I see you be in your kitchen doing something.
yes. For sure. Do you watch football?
I've watched football a little bit, yeah. I haven't watched the games today, though.
Cool. So my question is, I recently watched your Fresh and Fit back in the day with all the women on. They talked about unconditional love, yada, yada, yada. I'm curious, were you advocating that men should be able to cheat on their spouse, or were you simply saying that if you're going to date somebody or be with somebody that high level, it's more the reality of it and less of an ad and less of an
There you go. That's it. Like I said, there's certain privileges that come with dating someone who's ultra rich and certain downsides, and I think that's just oftentimes one of those inevitable downsides for most cases.
Okay.
With more options comes more temptation. With more temptation comes more reality. So better to accept that and understand that rather than live in denial, right?
For sure. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? If you
take
take the biggest supermodel in the world, I guarantee you, Fidelity is probably not at the top of his skill set, right?
Right. Yeah. No doubt. And it's kind of like, if people are expecting that, I don't know. It's like, I get that why they would want it. It makes sense why everyone wants it, but it's just like, come on, like you're trading in certain perks of.
It's not reasonable.
No.
It's not reasonable at all, and that's why a lot of these people date these folks. And he cheated on me. I was like, yeah, that's what they do. So that's just something I say, but I don't think I advocate for it. I'm just saying expect it.
Right. And so, okay, so in terms of unconditional love, and that's something we probably could disagree on because you were saying essentially everything is conditional. And so I guess my question is
I think love between a man and a woman is conditional. Do you disagree?
Yeah, I do to a certain level, but I guess it would depend on what you define as love, because I think that's what actually matters, because you could be doing something. Here's the truth. Like most people.
Okay, how about this? Commitment and the whole idea of being married is conditional.
Yeah, I would say that's the general consensus for sure.
Okay, so for me, the whole idea of love, right? The way I describe it is, I mean, everyone kind of has their own definition of it, but the reality is if you're in a relationship with somebody, you could be as wonderful as you want. Once you stop meeting certain demands, they're going to leave you. It's not like a child, right? Like a child is loved unconditionally. Right? You see moms, and their kids could be fucking pedophile rapists, and some of them will still stand behind them. Right. How many of them would stand behind a husband who does half of that stuff?
No, that's so true. No, it's and although there's definitely different standards as far as what men will tolerate versus what women will tolerate. I will say though, in terms of divorces, what typically leads to divorces, very rarely do people advocate that it's because there's a loss of love. It's far more usually it's either money, it's either how they raise children, or sex. Those are the three biggest ones. Yeah. So it's like that's the condition. However, it's interesting that they never claim that they don't love each. Well, they do claim at times, but it's often not because they just don't love each other anymore. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. No shit at all. Cool. All right, man. Appreciate it. Cheers.
There you go. Let's go to the next person. Do a few more of these. Hopefully some people who feel some type of way about the whole Britney and feel like my man's was a victim. You guys can jump on and share your thoughts. If you bring up high value man, though, I'll just hang up on you. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hey!
All right. So what's your disagreement today?
It's you're always talking about interracial couples.
I'm not always talking about interracial couples.
Well, not always, but I've seen it quite a few times where like you're like, nah, stick with what you are.
I never said that. I said do whatever you want. When have I ever told people not to date interracially?
Oh no, I'm not saying you told people not to date interracially.
Okay.
It's
All
you're
right. Okay.
you
That's what you came on here and said. Okay, so
you
yes.
yourself would not.
What about interracial relationships? What about it?
I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's tough. Like, it's tough. I've been in interracial relationships my whole entire life. I'm the product of an interracial relationship.
Yeah. You look like a whole interracial relationship by yourself.
Yeah, my mom's Italian. My dad was black. So.
All right. Awesome. Fried chicken and spaghetti. So, what's up? What do you want to say about interracial relationships?
I guess I love them. I love when two couples or a couple can come together, whether they're, white, Asian, black, whatever. The babies are fucking beautiful. Like, for one, the babies are beautiful. I almost dated an Asian dude just so I could have an Asian baby.
Oh my god!
Come on now.
Give me a second. All right. Yes, interracial babies are beautiful. All right. What else?
I don't know, but it's what kills me is in 2021, it's still tough. Like, it's still tough. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, people always looking and seeing you and just being like, really? Not my parents, but like my grandparents are black, and they'll be like, when are you gonna bring someone black home? Like, why? Why does it matter?
Yeah, because you want to get an exotic baby, so might as well get like a Russian man.
I already got my.
Might as well get a Russian man and see how the baby turns out.
No, I already got my exotic baby. She white as hell.
White? So you're a mixed person who got with a white woman, right?
A white man?
Oh, okay, white man. My apologies. I don't judge like whatever sexual orientation you got. So let me ask you, then why is it so weird for you to come back with a black person? I don't understand.
Huh? I'm sorry,
Why
you
is
cut
it so
out.
weird? Well,
I cut out, one of the two.
I don't understand. So you said your grandparents told you come back with a black person, right? Oh hell no, we're not dropping this call. We're gonna keep this one going. We need to get to the juice. She needs to call back ASAP because we need to unpack what just happened right here. What was that? Hopefully homegirl comes back. Nah, we need to. I'm gonna wait on that. You know what, guys? Let's have a little music intermission while we wait for her to come back, because that shit was wild. Nah, she gonna finish what she started. She's not taking me there. And then she better go charge her phone, do whatever the fuck she need to do. But homegirl needs to call back. There was something she said that I thought was so interesting. Did y'all not peep that? Did you guys not hear what she said that I thought was so interesting? Am I the only one who heard it? She said, I'm mixed. I'm half black, half Italian. My grandparents told me to get a black man. I was like, ugh, why would I do that? Like I get anything else. And she had kids with a white man. Bitch, you are white. The same way you are half black. What's the difference? What's the difference? Can anyone tell me the difference? She talking about, I want to get spicy out here with it. Okay, cool. I don't want to dim my same black half. Okay, but you date your white half. What's the difference? That was wild. That was wild. Hopefully she comes back so she can explain. That shit was crazy. And that's, yeah, you know. All right. She hasn't called back in yet, so maybe she's just charging her phone. We'll see. Maybe she comes back, maybe she doesn't. I'll just keep pushing. All right. Let's go to the next person. Really, yeah, women always make for the funniest callers, though. Y'all be saying stuff. See, I done talked about it, right? How, like, people fetishize these babies and stuff like that. That's real. That's real. People stay fetishizing these kids. Oh, you're half Chinese, half black, you're Blackanese? Oh my God, look at your eyes and your big bum. It's such a beautiful combination because, you know, Asians don't. People make me laugh with this kind of rhetoric. All right, let's go to the next person. Someone said, how is this the manosphere?
Oh, shit.
I gotta drop one of you. Someone said, how is this the manosphere if all the callers are women? Who told you this is the manosphere? Take that lame shit out of here. Go ahead, sir.
How you doing, Alba? I just have a question. Like, what is the difference between we constantly hear about high value women. What do you think is a middle tier woman? Like, what do you classify that?
I done told y'all, if y'all bring up this high value stuff, I'm gonna hang up on you. I warned you guys, y'all still did it. And maybe my man just joined, but
Yo, what's going on, bro? How's it going, man? I watch your show a lot, Jay.
all right. Go ahead, sir.
Right, I was gonna. Do you know what? I have actually, because remember one time you were talking about there was one girl that was acting crazy and following you up the street and screaming and all that, right?
Uh-huh.
I had the similar thing happen. How would you feel to handle that situation when you got a girl screaming at you, asking for demands that you never asked? Like, you know, you didn't want that situation, just came in. How do you deal with that?
Deal with what? Sorry? Deal with what?
Like dealing with, like, you know, if a girl's acting crazy at you, screaming and things like that, right? So it's making it like, you know, she's bringing the fight to you. How would you handle that without violence?
Oh, just walk away.
Walk away. Just like ditch her and leave her there.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Craig David?
Yeah, he's a UK legend, man. I rate him. I got his 7 days and all that.
You got 7 days and all that?
Yeah.
That's good. So you know what the most important song of his is?
What? Which one? I rate that. Not said, bro. Not said. I rate that.
This nigga was deadly. Okay, all right. I'll be taking that shit. I'll be playing that song in my head when women acting crazy, and I'm like, oh, I done fucked up. I should have never showed up. You already know what I do. That's it. Keep it pushing. All right, you guys need to learn this skill. She acting crazy in the street, yelling at you for no reason. Play that song in your head as you leave and exit stage right. Okay? You think I'm about to sit there with a screaming woman in the middle of the street? Yes, sir. What's your question? Or the topic?
Hello. Yeah, first off, big fan. Enjoy all the videos. So I don't need to question you on anything high value.
Okay.
First off, just wondering if you know anything about what's going on in Australia at the moment, if you followed that.
I mean, I've heard of it, you know what I mean, turning into a police state. The lockdown measures are crazy. I've seen some of the news. I keep up very lightly.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Like I'm trying to phrase it a little bit more like just for your sake, but yeah, social media is pretty much impossible. So I'm glad I got on now. But with all these sort of scenarios, because I don't quite know how hectic it is everywhere else, but in Australia, yeah, like curfews, lockdowns, everything's
right.
Yeah, it's real hard to go out to like exercise or anything like that, hang out with people.
Right.
How do you kind of keep like, I guess, like positive in a scenario like that? Because I work with a lot of bartenders and stuff like that, or before lockdown.
Yeah, definitely before, because that bitch ain't coming back anytime soon.
So like mental health is just taking a beating all over. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I want to go to Japan, I want to go to the US or whatever, and like we can't go anywhere, we're stuck.
Yeah. Hold up. I would tell you, man, listen, don't even stress it. Actually, I can't even say don't stress it because it's stressful. I can't tell you, man. Here's the truth. It's a difficult time. How do you cope with it? I don't know. I don't have the best strategies. I think it depends on your mental state going into it. It depends on your circumstances financially. It depends on a lot of different things. So I can't tell you what the right answer is, brother. All I can tell you is it's a turbulent time, so you're going to have to stick through it. And there's nothing more optimistic than that I can tell you.
Yeah, true that. Oh, well, anyway, thank you very much for the moment to chat. Also, do you have any public playlists or anything? Because your music
No, sir. No, sir. I don't share my music. I just play it, and if you guys get it, you get it.
Man, gotta dig then. Oh, well, thank you very much, man. Peace.
Cheers. You know, I think it's also partially because I grew up in a different era. Maybe it's just like a mindset thing, but, you know, you used to go to the record store and look through a bunch of records to go find whatever you wanted or the CD that you wanted. So, like, building a playlist is a very personal thing. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to listen to, like, a DJ mix and then hopefully hear the song and then ask the DJ for the mix or whatever it might be. But if you couldn't do that, then you'd have to hope somebody in the club knew the song. So, for me, I mean, I got song files over here. Let me see how old some of them are. This is the second time I built this thing. I have a song from 2010 that I downloaded into this list, and I have the files. What was the first song? Oh, look at this song. Look at this song. This is how old this shit is. I even have some Drake in here when he wasn't so fucking cringy. One of the oldest songs I have on this computer specifically is from Musiq Soulchild, who is top 3 R&B guys for me. Yeah, I got some old ass shit. What's this? Oh yeah, when I used to listen to Miguel. This is old shit. So I think for me, music has always been like a very personal thing, and Preach is kind of similar to me, even though he's older. We kind of have that same mindset when it comes to music. So, you know, if you play music for folks, sure. But as far as like just giving my library away, I have like memories associated with each song I found and what period I found them in. So finding music became kind of fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'm an old geezer. Maybe I'm an old geezer in that sense. But yeah, I don't know. I got some heat back here too. Oh, this song's fire. Oh, this shit was crazy. 2011. Long time ago, man. Talking about a decade. So yeah, my relationship with like finding music is a bit different. So that's why I'm not like, here's all my tracks. I'm like, it's for me really. and I share with the people when I'm with them. But yeah, I think people, the way they get their music also changes their relationship with the music. All right, let me go to the next person. Someone said gatekeeper. I'm not gatekeeper. You guys can find the music on your own. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to give it to you. That's all. Hello.
Hey, bro, I just wanted to tell you, you're an inspiration to me. I love you. I've been watching your videos for 2 years now, and I appreciate everything you've done for me the past 2 years. Also, I wanted to say something about, so Patrice O'Neal, I was listening to you. You told us to listen to him, about Escapes, Black Phillip show. And he said something, and I wanted to ask you, what's your take on it? He said, if your wife isn't like having sex with you, or she's not happy in the relationship, you should allow her to you should let go of your pride and allow your wife to speak to someone that has someone that has a lot of sexual
Hey, brother, I can't hear anything you're saying.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Maybe it's because you're using AirPods. Hello?
I'm done. I've removed it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, Patrice, when you said, I said I thank you for everything you've done for me the past 2 years since I've listened to you.
Yeah, no, I got that part. So what about Patrice? Yeah. What is it?
I like Patrice to know. He told us to listen to him, so I've been listening to him. But he said something that really, I just wanted to see your opinion. He said, if your wife.
Hold up, is it echoing on my side, guys? I apologize to you, brother. Apparently there's a loud echo and everyone is going crazy. All right, people said there was an echo. I'm sorry, brother. I don't know what Patrice said, and I can also tell you that I don't follow everything he says. I just think it's just a generally good resource. Take what you like, hold back on some of the stuff you don't, and just keep it pushing. Yes, Alicia by Mala. That is correct. Some of you guys actually know this song. That's when Alicia Keys still had talent. She had this one song. Let's see here. Y'all ever heard this shit? This is when Alicia Keys was still really good. This is before she started making shitty ass tracks like No One. But her producers on this thing were crazy too. This is wild. Yo, Alicia Keys used to have some fucking bangers, bro. Alicia Keys used to have some bangers. Listen to this shit. Y'all remember when Alicia Keys, before she fucked Swiss Beats? And then he fucked up all of her beats. Alicia Keys found happiness and stopped making good music. That's what happened. What a beautiful light skin is. Talking about my hair braided. Let me get a. This is when Alicia Keys was still wearing makeup. Y'all remember when she started? Remember when she was still wearing makeup? Y'all remember? When she was still wearing makeup, and she was out here pounding her face, singing like a demon. Y'all remember that shit? Her fine ass, coming all braided. She never two-stepped in the music video though, because she couldn't dance for shit. All right. I'm gonna, gonna bring this back.